I really don't know what's going on. This is the fourth time I try to make this video. And I don't know. Hold on, let me close this over here. And I really don't know what's going on. It's not the first time that I make a 10-minute video, right? But let's try one more time, and I'm going to be talking about A Course in Miracles. So last week I had mentioned that I wanted to start doing the daily lessons. On here there's 365 lessons. It's one lesson per day. This book is a little triggering or it could be a little triggering for some, because it does mention God, Christ, Him, He, in that context, but it's not a religious-based book, if that makes sense. It's very spiritual. I was triggered in the beginning. I was like, I don't want to be reading like a book about, Christianity. And in reality, it's not. It's very spiritual, and I stuck through it for whatever reason. I just felt like there was something bigger, a higher calling that was telling me to just listen and read the entire book. And it was very, very, very much aligned to what a lot of my spiritual beliefs are now. So as you all know, I am a self-love and dating coach and relationship coach. So how am I going to apply this book is mainly for those aspects, or in that aspect. If you're having a hard time or if you're having a hard time in your relationship right now, or if you are currently single, we're going to take the lesson of the day and apply it to either or option. And then from there, just do whatever you guys, as far as like comments or anything that you guys leave, then I'll just work off of that. So I'm hoping this I really don't even know how or if this is gonna work, but we will see. So the book was written by two people, which is Helen and Bill, and they actually didn't like each other. They kind of hated each other. They were always one-upping each other. They're both psychologists, and they worked at Columbia University. And they were so caught into this whole who had the more acceptance and the status. And this book actually brought them together. And Helen, which is the little part that I'm going to read next, she was the one that kind of channeled, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, channeled the message from the voice, or what we think is Jesus, because like I said, the book is not about religion, but more about the message. Why did I start reading this book? Because I actually read A Return to Love. I don't remember how that book came to me, but I've always said that books come to me and I get their knowledge or whatever I need to get out of them for a reason. So A Return to Love talked a lot about A Course in Miracles. I got curious and then I started reading it, and now I am here. So if you want to get your own book, you're more than welcome to, and then follow along. Or if you want to get the Made Easy version, it's the exact same thing. The only difference is that it doesn't include the manual or the lessons or the workbook for the students, and it just tells you an overview of the entire book. So this is Helen's perspective. Psychologist, educator, conservative in theory, and atheist in belief, I was working in the prestigious and highly academic setting, and then something happened that triggered a chain of events I could never have predicted. The head of my department unexpectedly announced that he was tired of the angry and aggressive feelings our attitudes reflected, and concluded that there must be another way. As if on cue, I agreed to help him find it. Apparently, the course is the other way. 3 startling months preceded the actual writing, during which time Bill suggested that I write down the highly symbolic dreams and descriptions of the strange images that were coming to me. Although I had grown more accustomed to the unexpected by that time, I was still very surprised when I wrote, "This is A Course in Miracles." That was my introduction to the voice. It made no sound, but seemed to be giving me a kind of rapid inner dictation, which I took down in a shorthand notebook. The writing was never automatic. It would be interrupted at any time and later picked up automatically again. It made me very uncomfortable, but it never seriously occurred to me to just stop. It seemed to be a special assignment I had somehow, somewhere agreed to complete. It represented a truly collaborative venture between Bill and myself, and much of its significance, I am sure, lies in that. I would take down what the voice said and read it to him the next day, and he typed it from my dictation. I expect he had his special assignment too. Without his encouragement and support, I would never have been able to fulfill mine. The whole process took about 7 years. The text came first, then the workbook for students, and finally the manual for teachers. Only a few minor changes have been made. Chapter titles and subheadings have been inserted in the text, and some of the more personal references that occurred at the beginning have been omitted. Otherwise, the material is substantially unchanged. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm going to be taking each lesson and applying it to whatever situation you might be in, whether you're in a relationship or you're single, and taking that into consideration to how we can get you to the next step. If for whatever reason you feel like you want to get more guidance for your individual situation, then we can go ahead and do one-on-ones and take it from there. Or I don't know if I'm going to be creating like a group. It just really depends on how many people actually follow along on this journey. So I really hope this video sticks, because this is, like I said, the 4th time that I record this. And I don't know if I should be taking it like as a sign to not do it. I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm just going to go with it and see if this actually gets uploaded. But other than that, I will see you all in lesson 1, and I'm sending you all lots and lots of love and light.